It's why high-level people keep winning and everybody else gets left behind. Driven Mofos, welcome back to another episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur. Today, I want to quickly talk about the difference between why high-level people tend to massively outproduce most other people. Something that I've noticed is that high-level people move fast. So I started working with a client only about a month and a half ago. She sent me a message on Instagram, said, hey, look, I need some coaching. Can you help me out? I need a bit of mindset stuff, but also I need some business stuff that would help out. So anyway, we hop on a call. I gave her the price. She said, done. I need at least a minimum of 6 months. We can start there and then we can move forward. Bang. Money's in the account. We move. So we get on the first session, start helping her with her mindset. Every fortnight that I coached her, there was breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough, and I could see her mindset shifting. And she's like, I love this shit. She was moving fast though. Now, it wasn't just because of me. Like in coaching and anything that you do, it's a two-way street. You can have the best boss and the shittest staff member and they'll still not perform. Part of the reason why most people don't get the results that they want, especially in business and in life, is one of the two relationships that are happening all the time aren't working. As in, let me explain this. But if you hire someone and you don't onboard them effectively, you don't train them and develop them, you don't bring them into the culture and you don't give them clarity on what they need to achieve, you can hire the best person and they will be shit. On the other hand, you can be the best boss, the best manager, the best leader, and you bring on the wrong person and they will be shit. So it's a two-way street, right? Part of the reason why I get great results with clients is because I tend to attract good clients. You know, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know that I'm no bullshit. I'm straight down the line. I don't fuck around. I want to get results. At the same time, I'm caring. I'm nurturing. I want to help people. Like that's what I love is I love seeing people perform better. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to work with drop kicks that don't want to get anywhere. And unfortunately, every now and again, one slips through the cracks. They come into my community and they're always the biggest fucking nightmares. If you're a business owner, you know exactly the people that I'm talking about. These are that one customer that complains all of the time about everything, doesn't get the results they want and they can't figure it out. But you've told them 10 times to do the same thing and they won't fucking do it. And then they complain because they think that there's another shortcut or they think that there's something that you haven't told them, which is the reason why they're not doing it. You know, there's always something. So this client comes in and she's like, right, let's start going. And we're pushing hard, we're pushing hard, we're pushing hard. Now we're onto her business. And so we start setting up all of her business structure. You know, I'm doing the culture guide. That's the first thing. Like that's the first thing that you want to start with in a business is your culture guide. Just like if you want to win in life, you have to have a success map, right? If you go to the gym and you're exercising and you don't have a personal trainer or a gym program, probably not going to get the results you want, right? You'll do okay. Because you can train all the time and you can be pretty consistent and you'll probably do well. But if you want to do really well, you need to have a proper guide. Now, if you don't have a success map for your life, it's very, very hard to have multiple areas in your personal life where you're winning consistently. I mean, how do you know how your relationship fits into your health and vitality, which then fits into your finances, which then fits into your career, your wealth, your business? This is why someone can build a business and it destroys their relationship. Someone can have an amazing relationship, but they have no money. Or it can destroy other relationships. If you don't have a clear success map, you really don't know where you're going and what you're aiming for, which is why most people have confusion and self-sabotage patterns, and also why they procrastinate. Now, in business, if you don't have a clear strategic map, the start is your culture guide. I can speak to someone, they go, well, I want to hit $1 million revenue in the next 12 months. And I go, yeah, but why is that important? What are the values of the organization? What's the mission of the organization? How do you drive behavior in the company? Oh, well, I don't know. Then all that happens is they might make $1 million, but they're chewing up $1.1 to $1.2 million because they keep hiring the wrong people. They keep churning through cash, through mistakes, wasted time, inefficiencies, being ineffective. And so now instead of your staff being producers, they consume the cash. Without these clear maps for your personal life and also for your business, it's very, very hard to move forward. Anyway, she's straight onto it. She starts picking up new customers. She updates her website. Like all of these things are happening like super quick. She's like, man, every session is like mind-blowing. And like, I'm just moving forward. And I said, yeah, that's because I give you the same advice as I give to everybody else, but you execute fast, which most high performers do, right? They'll execute fast, especially if they have clarity, which is where I come in. Because if I can help with the clarity, they then can go execute quick. But I just wanted to share because there's so many people out there who say that they want good results. They say they want to achieve great things. They say they want to do well in life, but they procrastinate and hesitate and sit there and they fuck around and they waste time. Do you know we're almost 6 months into the year? For most of you, my question is, have you achieved your New Year's resolution? The answer is probably no, because I remember messaging almost everyone in my Instagram and saying, are you on track? Have you set your New Year's resolutions? Are you clear? And most people are like, oh yeah, I'm definitely, I'm going to start next week and I'll get my shit together. Do you know how many people said that health was their goal? And I said, do you have everything you need? No, but I'll get it sorted in the next couple of weeks. And they just fucked around. All they do is they just kick the ball down the road. They're not even sure where they're going or how they're going to get there, right? So what my point is if you're listening to this right now and you set a New Year's resolution, you better get your fucking ass into gear if you haven't already hit that target. And if you haven't, then reset another target to keep moving forward. Because the difference between high performers and everybody else is that high performers are always moving forward and they move fast. If you're sitting there still playing with your package down below, waiting for next week, next month, oh yeah, I'll get to it you won't, because you probably haven't done your New Year's resolution. And if you didn't do your New Year's resolution this year, you probably didn't do it the year before. And if you didn't do it the year before, you probably didn't do it the year before. And this is a pattern of behavior that most average people have. You might do a little bit better than your friends, but if your friends are no-hope dropkicks and you're doing a little bit better than them, you're still a no-hope dropkick that are doing just a little bit better than your friends. Now, you wouldn't be listening to this podcast with a dude like me who is, a top coach, but also an ass kicker to give you this ass kicking if you didn't want to perform better. So I know that this community is full of driven mofos that want to grow, that want to excel. But look, guys, you make commitment, you drop the hammer and you move. And if something doesn't work out, you figure out why it didn't work, you make a change, you adapt and you go again. You keep doing that and you will massively outperform everybody else. Part of the reason why a lot of people who listen to this podcast, which if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably a high performer and driven, you want to achieve. But if you're not achieving, it's probably because you're missing the action step of just hitting the hammer and going hard. And most people won't do it because they want everything to be safe. They want everything to be certain. They don't back themselves. They're mentally and emotionally scared. They did things in the past and made mistakes and failed, and then they gave up. And because of that, they have all this self-doubt and they worry all the time as to what happens if it doesn't work. Well, you know what? That's just the daily thing that happens to driven people. I have shit every day that doesn't work. But what I do is I look at it, I go, cool, it didn't work. What do we need to change? Bang, we have another crack. It didn't work. Bang, we have another crack. If you watch a tennis match with the best players in the world, they lose point after point. They win, they lose a point, they win, they lose a point, they lose, they lose. They get another point, they get another point, they get another point. And providing you get more points at the end than your opponent, you win. That's it. But they lose shitloads. Most average people sit there and they're like, yeah, but I don't want to lose. What happens if I lose money? What happens if it doesn't work? And I'm like, cool. Just don't even play the game. Just stay in the fucking locker room. Play with your own bollocks, right? If you are afraid of losing, if you are afraid of making mistakes, if your mind is full of all these what ifs, you do not deserve the right to even get on the court to play the game of life with winners, especially because winners will destroy you. Now, they're not afraid to lose. I'm not afraid to lose. I lose all the time. I lose money all the time because I do things and it doesn't work. Sometimes I invest in something and the price goes down and I just hold on to it and then the price goes back up months later, years later. That's fine. That's part of the game. You play smart, you play hard. If you're not adaptable, you will lose the game in life. That's the only difference, right? I don't have a McLaren because I'm smarter than most other people that don't. I don't have the lifestyle that I have because I'm smarter than most other people that went to university and have these amazing educations and all these labels after their name. The difference is I'm just more courageous and I'm more fucking driven. And when something doesn't work, I find a way around it and I just keep going. That's all it is. I don't take it personally. I don't beat myself up. I don't sit there reminding myself what a piece of shit I am and how nothing ever works. And then sit there scared, sucking my own thumb, playing with my own nuts, waiting for something to change because I go, oh, but what if I fail? What if I lose money? I'm financially stressed. What do I better ask my wife? Oh man, what about the kids? Fuck, you'll never get anywhere. Don't do that. That's crazy. Anyway, Driven Mofos, I wanted to share because I know the massive difference between the people that win in life, the people that crush it, the people that enjoy life, and the people that get amazing results. They are not sitting there waiting to do shit. They are not sitting there with a brain full of fear. They look at the fear and they go, right, what do I need to do to overcome that? And they work through it. So if I'm scared about an investment decision I'm about to make, I go, cool, what am I actually afraid of? And I bring it back to a logical decision that I can work through. And then we work through it and we keep moving. That is it. If I'm afraid to hire someone in my business because I'm scared because I got fucked in the past by staff, I sit there and I go, okay, what am I scared of? Right? Well, it was hiring the wrong person. Okay, so how do we hire the right person this time? Where did I go wrong? I tend to personally hire people because number one, I like them and I want to give them opportunities because I wish that people gave me more opportunities when I was younger. The problem is that most people haven't earned the right to have those opportunities. And so therefore, I'm not good at hiring people. I'm good at coaching people because I believe in people and I give them opportunities. I am not a good hiring person. So I need someone who's more hard ass and more analytical. So I bring them in through the hiring process. Bang, I've already resolved the issue and the challenges that I have. So my point is, if you're sitting there scared, if you're sitting there with all these what ifs and you're waiting for one day, keep waiting, keep playing scared, keep playing afraid because nothing's going to change. Life only gets worse for you. If you are driven, you make decisions, you move quick, which is why I love working with driven people. Because real driven people that want to achieve, they make decisions, they move fast. They normally don't have the money, they don't have the time, they don't have the resources, they don't have the support around them, but they still make shit happen anyway. Whereas everyone else says, I don't have the time. Yet they never have the fucking time because they've been waiting for years. They say, I don't have the money, but they're never going to have the money because money comes after you add value and you're not adding enough value because you keep doubting yourself. Number three is they say, well, I need the support. Why the fuck should anyone support you? You get support when you get your ass kicked. You don't get support when you need babysitting because you're not a child. Okay, that's number three. Number four is I need to go ask my partner or other people around me for permission to do shit in my own life. Again, you're not a child. So you have to keep moving forward. That's what driven people do. That's the difference between driven people and everybody else. Driven mofos take action and they move and they make things work. They do not give up. That's the difference. I wish I would have known that when I was younger. But anyway, driven mofos, have a great day. Keep kicking ass. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur. Keep achieving. Most people waste their life, and I just don't want you to be one of them.